Someone said let's pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, come on, man. You know me, man. I'm always here for you, look, man. We don't take days off. You get me? Always here. Listen, you know what I do anyway. I'm gonna play this video for you, lot. Fabrizio speaks about Mbeumo, speaks about Vlahovic, etc. And then we're gonna get straight into it. We got loads to talk about, so much to talk about. So make sure you smash the likes. Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Vlahovic, guys, in the recent hours. Guys, what I can tell you is just to confirm that Vlahovic is expected to leave Juventus this summer, that Vlahovic is not a key player for Juventus anymore. 1 year left on his contract, so Juventus are more than ready to let Vlahovic go. The player was offered to Manchester United, so that's why we have some stories and some rumors. Vlahovic has been offered to Man United because he has to leave Juventus. It's time for him to go and leave Juventus, but at the moment Manchester United are focused on Mbeumo and are not advancing on this deal for Dusan Vlahovic. They are aware of this possibility. He's been offered to Manchester United, but at the moment, to say that there is a negotiation for Vlahovic to Man United is something that I'm not aware at this stage of the summer transfer window. And then, guys, on Bryan Mbeumo, because Brentford have started considering a potential replacement for him. While the negotiation with Man United is still ongoing, is still underway, with Man United hopeful to have a breakthrough in talks as soon as possible, we can say that Brentford appreciate former Chelsea player Omari Hutchinson as an option to replace Bryan Mbeumo. He's one of the names they are considering internally. He's now at Ipswich Town, and so we will see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you got to see what's going on. So basically, this is what's happening with Mbeumo now. He's come out and obviously said they're looking at a replacement. Man only took that with a pinch of salt. Like, all right, cool, something might be happening. We already heard about McGrath saying what he's saying. You get me? They're looking at a replacement, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously there's reports coming out today now. These are the reports that's come out today. So let's see what's happening. Obviously that video is from Fabrizio Romano's YouTube. If you don't want to go watch it from there. Fabrizio Romano's YouTube. But listen to this. Brentford are showing initial interest in Omari Hutchinson as possible replacement for Bryan Mbeumo in case of exit with Manchester United. So all of a sudden now, they're looking at replacements. Remember, pre-season at the end of this week, we had that article I showed you about McGrath, where he broke the news about Onana, and then he said Mbeumo should be on pre-season with us by the end of the week. So cool. He's saying they're looking at replacements. Omari Hutchinson, who got relegated with Ipswich, he's one of the replacements that they're looking at. And then when you look at it properly, it shows you, and it goes, Man United agreed deal to sign Bryan Mbeumo. This is from Football Transfers or whatever. And then it just gets broken down a bit more over here. And it says, Manchester United have reached an agreement with Brentford to sign Mbeumo. The player is permitted to travel. Listen, I don't know these sources. I cannot vouch for them. I can't vouch for them. I can't vouch for this Steve K, 9K, Football Transfers. I don't know about them. I'm only going off Fabrizio Romano saying that they're looking at a replacement. So that looks like it's really close. It looks like something is coming. Something's happening. And I told you about McGrath yesterday. I told you, there's no way my man's coming dropping bombs like that and there's something he doesn't know. So they're really interested. They're going to go for Omari Hutchinson. Why are they lining them up if nothing ain't happening? Something must be happening for them to be looking at replacements, because surely. So it looks like positive news, man. It looks positive, man. It's positive. It's better than what we've been getting. They're progressing. They're still in talks. They've been in talks for 6 weeks. Literally 6 weeks. So now it seems like something is progressing. And obviously, if you saw what he said is that in that video about Vlahovic, he said Vlahovic has been offered to us, but we don't even care about those strikers at the moment. We literally just want to wrap up Mbeumo, get that over the line and call it a day. Do you understand? Whoever missed the video that's just coming on, I'll play it. It's only 1 minute long. I'll play it again so you can listen to it. Listen to the words very carefully.
Guys, in the recent hours, guys, what I can tell you is just to confirm that Vlahovic is expected to leave Juventus this summer, that Vlahovic is not a key player for Juventus anymore. 1 year left on his contract, so Juventus are more than ready to let Vlahovic go. The player was offered to Manchester United, so that's why we have some stories and some rumors. Vlahovic has been offered to Man United because he has to leave Juventus. It's time for him to go and leave Juventus, but at the moment Manchester United are focused on Mbeumo and are not advancing on this deal for Dusan Vlahovic. They are aware of this possibility. He's been offered to Manchester United, but at the moment, to say that there is a negotiation for Vlahovic to Man United is something that I'm not aware at this stage of the summer transfer window. And then, guys, on Bryan Mbeumo, because Brentford have started considering a potential replacement for him. While the negotiation with Man United is still ongoing, is still underway, with Man United hopeful to have a breakthrough in talks as soon as possible, we can say that Brentford appreciate former Chelsea player Omari Hutchinson as an option to replace Bryan Mbeumo. He's one of the names they are considering internally. He's now at Ipswich Town, and so we will see what's gonna happen.
There you go. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But listen to this. Why would they be considering his replacement now, all of a sudden, from nothing? And let me tell you something. Brentford's journalist, Taboo, has just came out on Twitter a minute ago and said the same thing, that they're looking at Omari Hutchinson if Mbeumo goes. Why is Mbeumo gonna go? And you're gonna look at replacements unless something's heated up. I told you about McGrath, you know. Don't sleep on my guy McGrath. He's dropping bombs every left, right, and centre. There's something cooking this week. Pre-season, we go on it's 19th. So that's about 5 days. Something's got to happen this week with Mbeumo, and these are the links that's happening. But I don't know about these other two. I'll be real. This Steve K guy, I don't really know about him. I would, you know me. I would have put Deal Done if I believe these lot. Real, I can't put that. I'll put close because of Fabrizio saying that they're looking for replacements. You only look for replacements when you know something's about to happen. So surely something's gonna heat up this week. Surely we get something tonight. But like I said, the Brentford journalist, he's just come out as well. I'm gonna go on my Twitter and show you that in a minute. He just came out and literally just said the same thing. He just said that they're looking at replacements in case Bryan Mbeumo is their world-breaking sell. Because remember, they've never sold more than 60 million, 50 million. Do you understand? The most they sold was it 40 million for Ivan Toney? I think that's the most they've ever sold, Brentford. They ain't sold no one for 60-something million. That's a world-breaking record for them. So they're not going to opt out of that deal. They don't want Wissa to go for 40 million. They'll rather sell Mbeumo for 63. He's already said where he wants to go, etc. But what I'm telling you is there's no way they're going out there getting a replacement with nothing brewing. Something is brewing in the background. Fabrizio said it. He said this is going to be a crucial week. And I told you, we're going pre-season at the end of this week. So if it's not this week, we are fucked. If they don't wrap up Mbeumo by the end of this week and then we go on pre-season, there's no rush. If it's already been 6 weeks, it's going to end up being 2 months then. You know what I mean? But that's the situation with Mbeumo. Brentford are showing initial interest in Omari Hutchinson as possible replacement for Bryan Mbeumo in case of exit with Man United on it. Brentford appreciate Hutchinson, but no club-to-club talks yet with Ipswich because they're waiting for the here we go. So you know the here we go happens with Mbeumo, they're going to go for Hutchinson. He's playing for Ipswich. They got relegated 1, 2, 3. Do you understand? It's just easy for them. So, yeah, and then you got these other two football transfers. Steve K saying that having reached an agreement. Brentford, I think they're just jumping the gun. I'll be real. I don't believe these two. I think they're just jumping the gun. They're just trying to be first because they're seeing it's all adding up. You know what? He's already signed. And then what they're going to do is they're going to leave this there. And then when he does sign, let's say in a week, they're going to say, look, we said it first. We said it a week ago that he signed. But really, it hasn't been signed. So I don't believe these two. I don't know these sources. But yeah, man, that's positive news. And Mbeumo's replacement. Let me get a few of these messages and I'm going to get into the next one. Listen, we got so much news. My whole thing is full. So make sure you lot are hitting the likes and subscribe if you're new here. We do this every day for you lot. This is nothing new. Need that Mbeumo bomber match. We need it too. I'm waiting for it. Best channel. Big up yourself, Mr. Man. Appreciate you, bro. Good stuff. Martin, big up yourself. Harvey, my guy. Smash the likes, man, peoples, man. You don't know this, man. Normal. This is everyday stuff. No days off. Man, I just want his sunny bald head to arrive ASAP. This is way too much. Trust me, bro. But it's looking like something might happen today or within a few days. I told you lot about McGrath. He's not a fraud, bro. McGrath speaks. You got to listen. The lap is such a dumbass. Joe Pedro ain't giving up that spot. Yeah, it's peak. They're trying to sell Williams, apparently. Nico. Why do I keep calling him Williams? Nico Jackson. Keep calling him Williams. Fabrizio asking GPT to rephrase. United still in talks to play. 100%. But he did break the news about the replacement. And like I said, the Brentford the Brentford journalist now, Sam Taboo, has just come out and said the same thing. He said Brentford are showing initial interest in Amari Hutchinson as possible replacement for Brian Mbeumo. So, mate, it's happening. It's happening, man. Met your hair looks cold, still love, man. Appreciate it, man. I don't really like it still, but I'm just running with it. I just need to grow it somehow. Hi, my G. Thanks for the amazing show. Swap deal with Vlahovic for Sancho would have been better, though. I would fancy that more. He thinks too mad. His wages are too crazy, Vlahovic, but we're going to get into all of that. I've got all of that lined up. Don't worry. I got you. I'm going to chill and have faith. If not, drink rum. I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. It's this week or we're finished. If it don't happen this week and it doesn't go on pre-season, if we already waited 6 weeks, then what the hell are we going to be waiting for then? There's going to be no rush for nothing. So it's literally, it has to be this week. And I think it is going to be this week. Mitch, please don't say 2 months for Mbeumo, please. This week we're fucked. Trust me. If it's not this week, we're fucked. How far Richard Dios? I'm going to get into that. Richard Rios, I'm going to get into it. Don't worry, I got you. I got you, Brighton. What happened, Mitch, now? This is what happened. This is what's come out today, that they're looking at a replacement, Brentford, for Mbeumo. Why are they looking at a replacement unless something is very, very close? You won't look at replacement. The whole 6 weeks we've been talking with them, they haven't looked for a replacement. But today they've woken up, all right, we need to find a replacement now. Why? What's new? Something's going on. My sources telling Brian be done by Wednesday night. Hopefully Tuesday night, bro. Hopefully Tuesday morning. I've been watching news. Yeah. Keep praying. Get Rios and Mbeumo on tour. Yeah. Listen, let me get into it, Gurang. Don't worry. So this is the Mbeumo stuff. If you missed anything, I want to spin back round. I got the Fabrizio video. It's only like 50 seconds. Don't worry. I'll spin back round and you're going to get everything. But this is the next stuff. We got the Freedom Fighter. This is what they're saying in Italy. A full agreement is closer for the deal of Sancho is Juventus. The offer is 15 million and there's confidence the deal can be finalized this week. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking 15 million. We've already asked for 25. What's the 15 million about? But then you've got to listen. Then it goes again and it goes to meet Man United's demands. Juve is considering paying part of Jadon Sancho's severance pay. Discussions are ongoing. The Bianconeri club already has a basic agreement with the player worth 5.5 million. So listen to this. And then it says at the last one, it goes, Juventus are seriously considering covering part of Jadon Sancho's severance package to help meet Manchester United's demand. So listen to this now, because I'm sitting there thinking, 15 million? We wanted 25. You've gone mad. So this is what's happening here. They're saying that agreement is close with the wages, but they don't want to pay the 25 million because they're willing to say, listen, because what's happening with Sancho is what happened with Maguire. Remember Maguire when he was meant to go West Ham? Maguire and McTominay, they got a double bid to go West Ham, and then Maguire was saying, I want my money, you got to pay me off. So that's what's happening with Sancho. He's saying, I'm still contracted to next year. I'm probably going to make about 6 million or whatever I was going to make being here next year, pay off my money, and then I'll leave. So Sancho's being a bastard. He wants the freedom, but he don't want his freedom that much, clearly. So he's waiting for his money. So Juventus are saying, you know what? Instead of you not wanting 25 million, we will pay you 15 million, but pay some money for his severance as well to speed it up. Because we might take forever to give him that 6 million or whatever it is. We might say, we're not paying you that, or try some bamboozle, or it might take some time. So what might happen is Juventus are saying here that they might help. They're discussing covering part of Jadon Sancho's severance package to help meet Manchester United's demands. So they're saying, we'll offer you 15 million and we'll pay 4 million of the 6 million that he wants. That's what they're basically trying to say. So it adds up to like 19 million, etc. Or they'll probably can give us 25 million, but then we've got to pay him off Sancho anyway. So it's just all, and when we pay him off that money, it's going to only be like 19, 80 million anyway, when you actually think about it. So I don't know, man. It's all a weird one. This is the situation with the freedom fighter. He says he wants freedom. It don't seem like he wants freedom. He don't want to drop his wage for no one. He didn't want to drop his wage for Napoli. He didn't want to drop his wage for Chelsea. Chelsea offered him 200k, and then Fenerbahce, and then now we got Juventus. And it seems like they're close to an agreement. But this geezer's been saying this for ages. This Marik geezer. Oh, the agreement is close with the wages. I don't know. But as you can see, they're willing to pay some of that package now, that severance. So because he's going to have 6 million left for the whole of next year till he leaves, he's saying, Man United, pay me my money. He wants his money. So they're saying they don't mind helping out, pay the money to speed it up. So they just want to offer us 15 million. I don't know. Would you take the 15 million? we could get 25, I will take the 15 million because it's 15 million and he's on like 300k a week, 275k, 300k a week. So get rid of them wages, take the 15 and run. That's what I would do. Get this geezer out of here as soon as possible. He wants freedom, give him his freedom. We have freedom. It's perfect. So that's the freedom fighter. That's the situation with him. They're talking about 15 million. They'll help with his severance package. They'll help pay it. And yeah, they just want him in ASAP basically. So that's the reports from Italy. We ain't heard it from no one solidified yet, but these are some reporters in Italy and this is what they're saying. So let's get into the next one now. Richard Rios, this geezer. We've been linked with him a few times now. Remember, this article came out the other day, blah, 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 Gazzetta, how we Roma offered 22 million, but they want 26. And then there was a whole big article about it. We're going to make him replace Casemiro. And then Fabrizio came out and said Roma, and he's willing to take 10% off for Roma. This has come out today now. So what's this now? Now we're saying, according to Palmeiras online, Man United are preparing the 26 million. Remember, that's what they wanted, right? Look, 22 million is what Roma offered. They said no, but Palmeiras want 26. So now it's coming out that we're ready to pay the 26 million. That is the number Palmeiras want, and United seem ready to pay. That's the rumor. It's all. I haven't seen Man United linked to Richard Rios, but no one solidified. It's always been these little ones. But like I said, sometimes you've got to give the little ones time because the little ones will come out with a story and then Fabrizio that will tap in 8 hours later. So it is what it is. But that's what is being said there. And then you got this one, which is the Forest fan page. And Glongari, which is a journalist, I can't remember what country he's from. He's got Nottingham Forest ready to push with a new offer close to 30 million for the Palmeiras midfielder. Richard Rios, Benfica ready to enter race with an offer of 25 plus 4 in bonuses. Roma are monitoring and ready to make a counter offer. Roma already made 22 million and I made a 22 million bid and it got rejected. So we're going to see what happens with them. And then the last one is Colombia Extra, because remember, Richard Rios is Colombian. So it says Roma's second offer for Richard Rios is going to be 25 million fixed with 3 million add-ons. The Wolf wants that might be Roma, I don't know, no matter what. And today made a new offer for the Colombian. Richard Rios also wants to go to Serie A. He rejected the offer from West Ham. Manchester United are also in contention. So the Colombian guys are putting us in there. Deadline day, whatever source that is putting us in there. But Nottingham Forest are apparently involved as well. Do you understand? So I don't know what's going on with Richard Rios. This is the second time we've been linked with him in the space of a week. So something might be brewing. I don't know. But obviously, Richard Rios is meant to be a good player. There was reports that if we don't go for Ederson, that we'll go for him because he's half the price. Ederson's meant to be 60 million euros. That's about 50 million. He's half the price. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. This is the talk about Richard Rios, isn't it? So we don't know. I don't know. Let me get a few of these. Let me see what you lot think about it, and then I'll get into the next one. Like I said, there's so much to talk about. That is crazy. That's what I spoke about. What about now? Just eating a dodgy sandwich. This guy is crazy. Martin. The channel is growing, bro. Been here since 200. Come on, my bro, man. Love, man. You know, every day I'm coming in, people are seeing the realness. I just come in with the news. No fabrications. I show you that what I've gone. So people are liking and subscribing and doing what they need to do. Because this channel is going to go all the way. I told you that when the games start, it's going to go mad. This is nothing. This is just transfer. Watch when the season starts and the Matchday Vlogs and the match reviews. Mad. But big up yourself always, man. Come on, man. You believed in the start. What's going on? You not know if Rios is probably going to end up at Roma. That they're bid. That's what I'm saying. Richard Rios, this is why I keep telling you, look. Every time Fabrizio comes out and talks about him, he only talks about Roma or Inter. He doesn't talk about Man United. But obviously, I'm putting out all the underground people as well. So some of them are saying different things, but we'll see. Three of them got to get the money for Sweetie. Yeah, Sweetie. Yeah. He's dating her, innit? I'm tired of waking up every day expecting breaking news. Since day one, it's just been breaking my patience. Sancho, greedy bastard. He wants the penalty. I might have to leak my screen, and show you what's going on here. Hold on. I might have to leak my screen and show you. Yeah, cool. Let me get into that. So I had to take that one there. Sancho's a greedy bastard. Of course, bro. He said he wants freedom, but all he wants is money. All he wants is money, bro. All he wants is peas. We could have left by now. He had Napoli in for him, Chelsea. Looks like Roma move is prob loading. Then haha, yeah, it looks like he's gonna go Roma. You know, that's what I'm saying. I think Richard Rios is going Roma. Where does Rios prefer to go? It says Roma. And what's it called? This came out the other day. Look, this is the last thing that came out about Rios. Look at the date on that. It's the 14th today. This was yesterday's news on the 13th. Look at the bottom. That was yesterday about Richard Rios. And Fabrizio said this the night before and done it on YouTube. And he said, Richard Rios prepared to give up his 10% as part of the deal with Palmeiras in order to join Roma. No agreement club to club as yet, as Palmeiras want 30 million guaranteed as starting point. But Roma remain in active talks. So Roma won him. That's solidified from him. I know we spoke about Inter Milan as well before. It's a weird one. We don't know what's going to happen, mate. But our name is getting thrown in it, though. So our name is definitely in it. It's come out today with this. The first article saying we want to bid the 26 million. And then the last article from Colombia Extra. I don't know what. Sangada. That's the article. That's probably a Colombian newspaper or something saying, yo, Man United are also in contention. He's rejected West Ham. And they're ready to offer 25 fixed. But Fabrizio said they want 30 million. So if they want 30 million and they're ready to offer 25, they're not really going to get nowhere, are they? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they're using our name. They might be using our name to try to get more money out of them. Who knows? But it seems that Roma is very much in for it. And Nottingham Forest apparently are going to go in there and make a bid as well. An offer close to the 30 million. This is what's Garen said. So look, Glongari and Sengada, these two out are basically saying the same thing when you look at it. Because the last one's saying 25 million fixed. And then the middle one is saying 25 million plus 4. So it's saying the same numbers. So it could be true, man. It could be true because you've got two different outlets saying the same numbers. So I don't know, man. We want to cover real news, get players in. Yeah, come on. Is there any news about goalkeepers? Nothing about goalkeepers today. Nothing. There's nothing to really talk about with goalkeepers. Anana's injured. We're looking at John Victor. Oh, yeah, there is stuff about goalkeepers, actually. My bad. But it was earlier on. Remember, I do 3 streams a day, bro. So I'm forgetting. And I bring you like the latest news. So earlier, I brought news about goalkeeper. Now it's like all the news. You get it? In the last couple of hours, etc. So I'm forgetting. But yeah, there is news. Don't worry. John Victor, Patrick. Good afternoon. Pick up yourself. What are United looking to do with Sancho? 5-7 involvement. I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know if that's helped with the Mbeumo case or not. But it's going to have to come handy soon, isn't it? What about Mbeumo? Here we go. We ain't got no here we go yet. I'm going to spin back round. Don't worry. I'm going to spin back round about Mbeumo. We ain't got here we go yet, but I think it's close, man. And I'll show you and I'll tell you why. John Victor, about 5 or 6 million. 5.6 million. 5.6. So 5.5 million. Literally. Cheap. Can't go wrong with him. Alvaro Fernandez. I wonder why he wants Roma. They are not Man United. I don't think we might be in for him, though. This is what I'm saying. I'm waiting for someone certified to say it. I don't know these Glongaris and all of these guys, man. I don't know if they're using our name in that country, just using our name just to put out there so that Roma can bid. So we don't know what's going on. Is Rio's performing? I don't say nothing about who he prefers. It just says Roma's in for him and Nottingham Forest and Man United. But it doesn't say he prefers the Roma only. No. Even Fabrizio put it up the other day. Look, he says, Richard Rios prepared to give up his 10% as a deal, Palmeiras, in order to join Roma. You don't talk about no other clubs, though. So this is what I'm saying. If he said Man United are in there as well, I'm sure he would have sat down and looked West and said, rah, United are in there as well. It might have been a bit different. This guy loves Justin Kluivert, man. Loves him. It's good for Man United. Buy Richard Rios, replace Ericsson. Yeah, that could be a good one. I can't lie. What happened with Wolford and DD, 5 million? That was Ben Jacobs said that was a last result. Guys like Wolford and DD, who's the other geezer? Calvert-Lewin, Callum Wilson, them are the last results. We're never going to go for them. It's just last result. If we get to the end of the market at near September and we've got a hole in our squad, we'll get one of them in. But we don't really want them. I'll get one more of these and then I'm gonna get into the next one. To be fair, the way we've shown love to Mbeumo before even joining us, trust me, bro. Trust me. He could better go out there and hit the ground running, bro, because we really saluting him differently. How come Fabrizio's not reporting this? Still not credible news. That's what I'm saying to you lot. This is why I keep it 100 of you lot, bro. If I think it's solidified or not, I'll let you lot know. I don't think this is solidified like that. They might be just using our name. Because when Fabrizio's talking about it, remember, I rate bare different journalists. I don't just rate Fabrizio. I rate other ones. Nobody has spoke about it that's solidified. It's only been these little underground ones. Gazzetta, that's in Italy. Deadline Day. What the fuck's that? Glongari. Sengada, that's a Colombian one. So I'm not really too keen on it. But let's get into the rest of them and I'll get some more of the messages. So get the messages in. It's all good. Viva Garnacho. Bam. Remember, this geezer is sitting there and only saying he only wants the Premier League. He only wants to stay in the Premier League. So this is what Garnacho is doing. I told you about the Freedom Five. They're all entitled. They've all got their places they want to go, and that's it. Barca only Real Madrid. Rashford only wants Barca. Garnacho only wants the Prem. Sancho doesn't want to drop his wage. Anthony only wants Real Betis. The Freedom Five have all only got all their things. So this is Garnacho. Chelsea retain an interest in Manchester United's Alejandro Garnacho. TBR Football understands. Garnacho's representatives are working hard on finding an Argentine options away from Old Trafford. So they're working, which is good. And then it goes on to say, Chelsea have this is the same thing, basically. Same thing for the 21-year-old. They're trying to find a club, blah, blah, blah. And then you've got Laurie Whitwell, who is one of the most reliable Man United news. You see this Graham Bailey, he does every Arsenal, Newcastle, whatever news that comes out. Laurie Whitwell only does Man United. So when he talks, you listen. And he said the same thing. Chelsea remain in contact over Alejandro Garnacho. It came out yesterday. Saudi wanted him. Al Nassr, Ronaldo's team. He turned them down. So this is the only option we got left. He wants to stay in the Prem. So the only option we got left is Alejandro Garnacho going to Chelsea. Aston Villa are selling their women's team to themselves. They haven't got no thing. Remember, they ain't got no money. They got FFP problems. So if Chelsea don't come in for him with that Madueke money, we ain't getting no one, mate. Unless we send him on loan to somewhere like West Ham, and the way his ego set up, would he even go to West Ham? He might say, I'm not going there. The way this guy's moving, he turned down Leverkusen. He said, I'm not going there. So he might move mad and say, I'm not going there. But I feel like if no one comes from in the Prem, it might have to be a loan to somewhere like West Ham. Maybe, I don't even know if Brighton would take him. Brighton would even take him. They got a good squad over there. I don't know where he will go. To think about it. Where my Forest are going to replace Elanga. So I'm trying to think who would actually take Garnacho. Arsenal's not taking him. Chelsea is the only club that will take him. Newcastle, I've got Elanga now. So I don't know, mate. But it's looking promising where the links are coming through, as you can see. Chelsea retain an interest in Manchester United's Garnacho. They understand this is Graham Bailey. He's not the most reliable. Let that be known. This geezer is not the most reliable, Graham Bailey, but this geezer on the right, Laurie Whitwell, is. He only deals with Man United news. He works for the Athletic, where David Ornstein works, so it's solidified. So Garnacho is looking like he might be on the move. So that's promising, man. Let me get the Freedom Five, then I'm going to get a few of these messages. The Freedom Five now. The Gang of Five. This is what they're calling them, the Freedom Five. Man United's Gang of Five outcasts summoned back to training, but club makes sure they do not come into contact with Amrin or teammates. So they train after 5 o'clock every day. That's the thing. You can come training. We're not barring you. You can stay fit or whatnot, but you can't come before 5 o'clock because we're training here now. So after 5 o'clock, the Freedom Five can turn up and they can go and train. There's no problem with them training. That's the situation. So the Freedom Five, they're banned from training till 5 o'clock. And then it said none of the 5 players are expected to be traveling in the traveling squad for the United's pre-season tour. Remember, we go on pre-season tour on the 22nd. We got a game against Leeds on the 19th in Sweden. And then on the 22nd, we get on a plane to America. And then we play West Ham on the 27th. So none of the Freedom Five are coming on that tour. They want their freedom. Go send your agents to go and get you some freedom. You're not coming on this tour. And then it says the clubs interested in the 5 sideline players are expected to wait before making formal bids, hoping the price decreases as the September 1st deadline approaches. So you see that. So the Freedom Five, everyone that wants them is even saying, we're not even going to go for them yet. We're just going to wait till it gets, because Man United is being stern as they should be. We're just going to wait till the end of close to the transfer window and then come in for them because we know they don't want us to be paying their wage, just sitting there doing nothing. They're not going to play. They already saw what we done with Rashford. We didn't integrate him back in the team. He never played a game again. So Rashford's getting about 300k a week. Sancho's getting 300k a week. We can't have these guys on the wages just sitting there not playing. Of course, if we come in there for a loan, you're going to take it. So that's what's going on with the Freedom Five. A lot of clubs. So people are sitting here and saying, We're not selling no one. Nobody wants them. No, everybody's just chilling. I'm going to come for him when I'm ready. Garnacho saying I only want to stay in the Prem. The only team in the Prem is Chelsea. So if Chelsea just sit tight all the way to August the 28th, and the transfer window closes on the 1st of September, we have to let him go there. Even if it's loan, we have to say, you know what, he's going to sit out, not do nothing. He might as well just go there. So Garnacho is trying to find him in a new squad, but he's saying he only wants the Prem. Aston Villa can't afford you. Newcastle, I've just got Elanga. City's never going to buy you. Liverpool's never going to buy you. Where are you going, bro? You're only going to go Chelsea or maybe a West Ham or one of these funny places, but to replace Kudus or something. That's the only thing I can see. They buy Garnacho to replace Kudus. Would he even go there though? Garnacho's ego, he might turn around and go, I'm not going West Ham. I deserve to be at the top. I deserve to play Champions League. We don't know what this guy's thinking. So that's the situation with the Freedom 5. The Freedom 5 can go training every day. They've got no problem with going back to Carrington, but it has to be after 5 o'clock. Then none of them are coming on the preseason tour, which we leave on the 22nd of July. We get on a plane on the 22nd of July. None of the Freedom Fighters are coming on that day. And then we've got that all the clubs are just sitting tight right now and just saying, you know what, we're going to wait and see, get closer to the date, and then we're going to go for the Freedom 5. Because obviously by then, they must have put their money down. So that's the situation with Garnacho. I'll get into the next one, then I'll get the comments. Don't worry, I got you lot. Don't worry. Vlahovic. It says Vlahovic has been offered to Manchester United. No negotiations with Juventus so far. United are currently focused on Brian Mbeumo. Remember, Fabrizio done this on the video. For those that don't know, I'll play it again. It's only 50 seconds, so you understand exactly what he's saying. Yeah, Fabrizio said this on the video. He spoke about Vlahovic and Mbeumo. I'm going to play it now so you can hear what he says about Vlahovic especially, and then I'm going to get back into it. It's only 50 seconds. Don't worry.
Vlahovic, guys, in the recent hours, guys, what I can tell you and is just to confirm that Vlahovic is expected to leave Juventus this summer, that Vlahovic is not a key player for Juventus anymore. 1 year left on his contract, so Juventus are more than ready to let Vlahovic go. The player was offered to Manchester United, so that's why we have some stories and some rumors. Vlahovic has been offered to Man United because he has to leave Juventus. It's time for him to go and leave Juventus, but at the moment Manchester United are focused on Mbeumo and are not advancing on this deal for Dusan Vlahovic. They are aware of this possibility. He's been offered to Manchester United, but at the moment to say that there is a negotiation for Vlahovic to Man United is something that I'm not aware at this stage of the summer transfer window. And then, guys, on Brian Mbeumo, because Brentford have started considering a potential replacement for him. While the negotiation with Man United is still ongoing, is still underway, with Man United hopeful to have a breakthrough in talks as soon as possible, we can say that Brentford appreciate former Chelsea player Omari Hutchinson as an option to replace Brian Mbeumo. He's one of the names they are considering internally. He's now at Ipswich Town, and so we will see what's gonna happen.
So you see that. That's what he's saying about Vlahovic. So when I get back into it, you understand a bit more now. He's just been offered to us. This is what's happened with Callum Wilson. Who's the other geezer? Vardy, Calvert-Lewin. They've been offered to us. That's what's happening. He's actually at Juventus, but Juventus don't want him. He's on 310k a week. We're never going to go for him at that price with them wages. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to leave Juventus because Juventus don't want him. So they're clashing at the moment. They tried to do a swap deal with Osimhen. Osimhen's not wanting at Napoli. He's not wanting at Juventus. They tried to do a swap deal. He said, no, I'd rather leave for free next year and go and get my bonus. So he's being offered to everyone. So obviously they've come to us to talk about the freedom fighter. Remember, the freedom fighter, Juventus really want him. So when they've come to talk about the freedom fighter, they've asked about him. Yo, do you not want Douglas Luiz? Do you not want Vlahovic? So a lot of them are being offered to us. It's not nothing serious. I don't think we're in for him like that. He's got a lot of injuries, his problems as well. He's got a mad ego. And I heard he done something the other day, like Garnacho, where they lost 5-2. He scored a goal. And at the end of the game, he posted his goal on social media. You lost 5-2. Imagine doing something like that. That's something only Garnacho or something would do. Like goal and assist, crazy in his head. So they hate him. Juventus fans hate him. He's missed a lot of chances this season, apparently. And obviously, I've got the stats anyway for all the strikers that we can potentially go. So you lot will see what's going on. But that's Vlahovic. That's the situation with him. There's nothing confirmed. There's nothing solidified in him. We're going to see, obviously, what happens. But he's been offered to us. And like he just said out of his own mouth, We are only interested in Mbeumo. We're not interested. So they're offering him because they understand this guy's not going to work. We don't want him at our club anymore. Let's try to get rid of him. Obviously, we're in talks with him about Sancho already. Let's try something. So they've tried to throw him at us. 310k is never going to work. That's what we're trying to get rid of. Rashford's on something like that. Sancho's on that. Casemiro's going to leave next year. He's on that. It's not going to work. So I think the Vlahovic thing is just a myth. It's not going to happen. Fenerbahce are set to meet Man United this week and try to secure a 40 million euros move for Rashford. We've already asked for 40 million pounds. So I don't know where they're going with 40 million euros. That's like 32 million or something. They've gone mad already. But Jose Mourinho's at Fenerbahce, they've already signed. Let me not say signed because they got Duran. John Duran's come from loan from Saudi to Fenerbahce for a whole year, which is crazy because they're paying his whole wage and they can't even buy him. They haven't got a buy option. So they've got Duran there for a whole year and they can't even buy him at the end of that, which is madness. But yeah, so I don't know if they're going to take Rashford as well, but they've got a lot of money. You see, this Turkish league, I don't know why and how. They've got so much money, bro. Osimhen, they're offering him 16 million. Fabrizio said earlier, 16 million a year. Osimhen, he said, Man United will never pay that. And that's the same thing why they could probably take Rashford because of these wages. But Rashford ain't going to leave the top 5 leagues. So let's forget about it. And I think that one, they're probably guessing, or they might be in for him. They might actually want Rashford, but he's not going to go there. World Cup next year, and he's dreaming for Barcelona. Bayern Munich's making inquiries. He won't go there. He'll rather go back to Villa, if anything, where everyone can still watch him and Thomas Tuchel can see what's going on. You think Thomas Tuchel's going to Galatasaray to watch? You know what I'm saying? Not being disrespectful or nothing, but he ain't really doing that, innit? He stays local and he prees everyone like that. So that's the situation with Rashford. I don't really think it's true like that, but we'll see. And then we've got this rumor came out that Benjamin Sesko's agent has reportedly contacted Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, and Newcastle after the move to Arsenal fell through. Remember, he's 90 million euros. Arsenal wanted him, but they looked at it and said 90 million euros for this kid. Scored 13 goals. Forget about it. So they left the race. We're never going to do it. A report came out from Laurie Whitwell, who is reliable, from Manchester United News, and he said, bro, we're not going to be doing no project stuff no more like that. Like 72 million, like what we done for Højlund. He said, everyone that we're trying to get this season is proven. And as you can see with Mbeumo and Cunha, when we bought Højlund, every single one of us in this chat never knew who he was. We had to go on YouTube to see who he was. When we bought Anthony, we didn't know who he was. We probably only knew because Eric Ten Hag was our manager and we watched a bit of his football. So we understood, this is who Anthony is, yeah? But we never knew him for being a world beater. Do you know what I mean? Cunha and Mbeumo, we already know them. So I can't see us going for my man. It's not going to happen. So that's the situation. Sesko apparently linked. I think that's bullshit. Rashford, he's not going to lead the top 5 leagues. It's not going to happen. I can't see it happening. That's my opinion. And Vlahovic has been offered to us. Just like Calvert-Lewin, just like Callum Wilson, just like all these other guys, they've been offered to us because they know we need a striker. So they're going, yo, you need a striker? Take him if you want. That's it. But he's giving them grief. They want him gone. So that's all it is. I don't think there's any more to it. Let me get a few of these messages and I'll move on. Like I said, we've got loads to talk about. There's so much going on. Indeed, boom. So love. Not report incredible. Yeah, boom. It's crazy. Newcastle submitted an official bid today for Frankfurt for... Who said that, though? Who said that? Man United. Man United, if you lot don't know, comes in here with bombs all the time. Man United moves like Ornstein. Comes in here, drops a bomb, and then just keeps it moving. But you ain't telling me who it come from today. But that's another strike out the way. Anyway, Ekatike. But even Laurie Whitwell said that. He said, we're not going to go for project strikers. And they're saying they want 85 million for him. That's 100 million euros. We're not going to do that again. We made the mistake with Højlund. We're not going to do it again. Garnacho on the move. I showed you about Garnacho already. Chelsea's very, very in for Garnacho. And if you just come in and you've missed anything, don't worry. I'm going to spin back round and I'm going to show you lot. So Chelsea's very, very in for Garnacho. Yeah, I don't know when they're going to come in. But Laurie Whitwell, who is very reliable for Man United News, said, listen, Chelsea remain in contact over Garnacho. And then Graham Bailey said the same thing today. So there's something there in it. But like I showed you, look, with the Freedom 5, a lot of clubs are just sitting on the sideline waiting for the end of August. The 1st of September is when the transfer window closes. If these guys still sitting there in Carrington by themselves, they're going to come in and sweep in and say, yo, what are you saying for Garnacho? Can we take him on a low 45 million. And then we're probably just going to do it because we don't want him to just be sitting there doing nothing. So this is what's going on now. So, yeah, Garnacho's on the move. Obviously, he's got to be moving, but Chelsea's the most in for him. And if Chelsea don't save us, I don't know where he's going to go, mate. But the only thing good about Garnacho is he's not on a massive wage or nothing. News on United looking for Wolves midfielder. No, I ain't heard nothing about that. João Gomez or something. I ain't heard about that. I see Rashid still twerking for Barca. Still think Diaz will go there. Imagine his face. I don't think Diaz won't go there because Liverpool are saying he's not for sale. That's the only reason. Diaz would go there if he wants, because apparently he's keen on the move. That's what Fabrizio said. But because Liverpool are saying this guy is not for sale, I think he won't go there. That's the only reason. But Rashid is dying for them. Liking all their Instagram pictures. He really, really, really wants to go there. Like, it's very evident. But I don't think they want him like that because, like I said to you, they're offering him a loan only. Everything is perfect for them to take him, and they're saying no. They're just offering him a loan. But like I said, Diaz, Fabrizio put it in, and he said that Diaz is ongoing there. But the only thing is, Liverpool are not going to make it easy because they've already rejected him twice. And remember, they done that before what happened to Jota. Rest in peace, Jota. So you can't be going back to Liverpool now. Look at this. This is what Fabrizio said about Diaz. He said, Barcelona's plans have not changed. The intention is to try and make a new approach for Luis Diaz soon. Diaz is keen on the move. He's the main target for Barca as winger, while Barcelona are aware of difficult negotiations ahead, club to club, after 2 approaches already rejected. They've already rejected 2 approaches, but they still woke up in the morning and said plans have not changed. We still want to approach Diaz. They're mad, innit? So this is what I'm saying. I think after this, and remember, Jota thing happened after this. They've just probably said, "Yo, we need to drop this one out," because they've rejected us twice. When we've knocked on the door twice, they've said no. Now that they're grieving, you can't go there again. They're already pissed off with us. Like, you've come twice. We told you once, get out of here. You've come again. Imagine coming a 3rd time now. Come on, man. So I think Diaz thing's kind of over. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me get a few more of these and then move on. Like I said, there's so much to talk about. Loving this channel, bro. Keep it up. We're locked in and we're riding with you all the way. Come on, Wisdom, man. Every day, man. If you're new here, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. This is every day. 3 times a day. We're giving you all the United news, man. We don't miss a day, bro. No days off. Love for that. Yeah, I just showed you about that, innit? United are useless shit team. Who do you support then, Coys? Who do you support, bro? Let me know. Maybe Garnacho to Villa. That would be preferable move. See the thing with Villa? They're going through FFP. They just have to sell a hotel. Their women's club, their women's team, they just have to sell it to themselves. Some weird way. The same loophole that Chelsea used. They're broke right now, mate. So, and they got FFP problems where they're going to get fined and all that. So I can't see them going for it right now. It's a bit mad. Let's get Richard Rios to replace the Bailer as Bruno. You're going mad with that one. The Bailer to replace Bruno is crazy, Martins, man. That's a mad one. I don't see Garnacho going Villa. They're broke. Exactly. I said the same thing, Harvey. Mad, isn't it? I think it'll be Ollie Watkins. Villa need to sell. United need to buy 45 million on that. Not 60 though. They're saying 60. They aren't paying 60 for Garnacho. No. No one's paying 60. We'll probably get 45 for him. 50. Saka. That's never going to happen, Joe. Mitch, who do you Garnacho for Watkins straight up? Yeah, I'll do a swap. I'll do a swap there because at least Watkins will play. It's not that I don't like half of these players. It's just that the Freedom 5 are not going to play again. And they've seen what Amran's done to Rashford. So the Freedom 5 are not playing again, bro. Just forget about it. They've all been exiled. You're not coming on pre-season. This is not no honeymoon period. You can come back. You're not playing again. Go get your club. Como came in for Anthony. So you've got suitors. Bayer Leverkusen apparently are watching him now. So you've got suitors, mate. You're not sitting there like no one wants you. The only one that probably can come back is Malacia because maybe nobody actually wants him. Literally. Like, we will forget that he even plays for us sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But Anthony, you've got suitors. Real Betis won you. Atletico Madrid apparently inquired. Bayer Leverkusen. There's so much little. Como came in, says Fabregas. They got a lot of money over there. Freedom fighters usually refuse food, money, everything. They get their freedom. What are these guys sacrificing? They're not sacrificing nothing, bro. They're just entitled. Every single one of them. Don't think Rashford is going Barca. Maybe other clubs. Yeah, I don't think they want him like that, man. I'll get into that anyway. I'll take a few more of these and I'll get into that. Don't worry. The Mbeumo deal should have been done ages ago. We're slow at signing players, and you've got Arsenal got 7 players already. Arsenal are meant to be in a title race. We don't know their financial situation, man. We can't really compare ourselves with them still. But 100%, then Mbeumo deal should have been done ages ago. I'm with you with that one, 100%. But don't compare with Arsenal because everyone's thing's different. Look at Liverpool, bro. They spent 100 and how much on Wirtz, Frimpong, Kirkes, and that keeper. They've gone mad. Everyone's thing's a bit different, innit? They're really meant to be in the title race. This is meant to be the season, the 6th year for Arteta. So they got to be a bit different. You can't be joking. Is that to Liverpool? God damn it. What? Is that to Liverpool? What are you talking about? Does that come out, yeah? Oh, you're talking about because the Ekatike. Is that because the Ekatike you're thinking that, yeah? Ekatike. Because Newcastle are in for Ekatike, innit? Garnacho ego, man. He thinks he's the next Ronaldo. No, he doesn't. He thinks he's Ronaldo now. He thinks he's Ronaldo right now. He doesn't think he's the next one. He really thinks he's Ronaldo. Best channel on YouTube. Love for that, mister, man. Appreciate you, man. Match too real. Come on, man. That's all we can do, man. Love for that, mister. Is that to Liverpool? That's going to be sick. All right, they're going to bust the whole thing if that was to happen. No to Calvert-Lewin and Vardy. See, all them guys, they got offered to us, like I said. Vardy's, Calvert-Lewin. Laurie Whitwell and Ben Jacobs came out and said they got offered to us, the same as Vlahovic. We take that with a pinch of salt. They're offering themselves to us. Remember, when you're a free agent, you've got no club. Your agent, you're paying him to say, yo, go and get me a move. So he's got to go to all of these clubs and say, yo, my guy's there. Callum Wilson, he's on 70K a week. He'll take 65, 60. I know you don't want a striker. If you want him, just let us know. He's there. That's it. And then sometimes they'll do that and then go to the press and say, yeah, we spoke to Man United. They're interested in Callum Wilson. And then they'll be everywhere the next day. And it was not even true. They've offered themselves to us. It's crazy. Better stick with Højlund than waste money on Vlahovic. At least Højlund's got room to grow. Vlahovic already stuck in gear. Vlahovic is 25 though. He is young, but he's just got a mad ego and just, yeah, he's inconsistent as well, apparently. He misses bare chances, apparently. Big up Metch, like and subscribe. Man United, my dog, man. Listen, like and subscribe if you're new. This is every day. This is nothing new. I'm telling you, like, every day with the Man United news, we're not stopping. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's only going to get better as well. Cool, let me get into the next one so that you lot can see what's really going on. No one is next Ronaldo. Maybe Vinny. Yeah. He thinks he's Ronaldo right now. All right, cool. Let me get into it. Well, I'll get back on these comments. You know I don't forget about you lot, man. I've got you lot. Cool. So that's what I just showed you like, about the strikers. And then we got, this is some more news. Someone asked me about goalkeepers, etc. Look, John Victor, again, I tell you that every day about John Victor. We've been linked with him for ages. The 29th of June is when the Brazilian journalist first spoke about him. And then from then, we've had so much people talk about him. Laurie Whitwell spoke about him. Ben Jacobs, MJ Critchley, who works for the Athletic, and now Fabrizio's talking about him. John Victor is appreciated at Manchester United, internally highly rated by scouts. Let's see if club-to-club talks will follow. At the moment, not yet. So we ain't spoke to the club yet, but we've made it clear that we want this geezer. Everyone is saying it now. Now it's Fabrizio. A lot of you lot's go. He's saying it now. Then we've got this come out about Richard Rios not too long ago. Ben Jacobs. So I told you that about Richard Rios. This is when I'm prepping it. I'm just putting all of this on. And then bam, as soon as I've come on, I'm like, raw, what's that? And then Ben Jacobs has spoke about it now. And he said, several Premier League clubs are tracking Palmeiras midfielder Richard Rios. Wolves appreciate Rios, but a move is not expected to materialize due to Palmeiras' asking price. No bid to date, despite reports. Rios likely to cost 30 to 35 million euros. Nottingham Forest, another club tracking the Colombian. I don't really understand that, why he said it like that, because he said several Premier League clubs are tracking, but then he puts Nottingham Forest, another club. What are you talking about here? So is it just Wolves and Forest? Is Man United in there? Who's the several Premier League clubs then? What are you talking about? I don't really get that one there. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to say to you. That's another source that hasn't said United's name in it. That's a reliable source. So I don't want to break a lot of you lot's hearts. I know you don't love this guy, but that's another reliable source that hasn't said our name. All the sources that are saying our name are Italian sources, Colombian. Like, I don't know these guys, but I can vouch for them. But the Ben Jacobses, the Fabrizios that are coming out and talking about him, they keep saying different clubs. Nottingham Forest, Inter Milan, Roma, and now Wolves now. But they're saying a move might not materialize because of the price. So no one wants to pay 35 million euros. What's that, like 25 million? No one wants to pay 25 million for him. What's going on? That's what he was good. I know he's 25, 26, but come on, man. 25 million, that's a deal. That's what I would think anyway. And then this report's come out from the Brentford, some guy that basically does something with Brentford, and he's gone. Brian Mbeumo reported for Brentford training today. So basically, what he's letting us know is a man woke up today and went to work. Wow. Literally. So what was he meant to do? Just sit in the park and say, I'm not going to work? Like, everyone's looking at Gyökeres and thinking every story's got to go like that or something. The guy's professional. He's gone to work. Wow. What does Ram want him to do? So he just reported that. Everyone's talking about it. Oh, my God, I'm scared now. The geezer's just gone to work, mate. Like, what do you want him to do? Not be fit? And then obviously Axel Tuanzebe, he sues Man United for alleged medical negligence. I never can pronounce that. But yeah, so I don't know what's happened there. Obviously, he was injured a few times. Maybe they just dealt with him a bit wrong. Who knows, mate? We did go through a few times after he left when we had bare players injured. So it's probably like the last regime of the medical team. Who knows? But he's suing us for that. So that's more money coming out if it goes through, of course. So John Victor, I keep telling you, look, we've been linked with him before Onana even got injured. So I think he was going to replace Bayern Day. He's only 5.6 million, 5.8. All the reports are like 5.8 is his release clause, 5.6, 6 million, blah, blah, blah. It's cheap. And so I think we're going to replace Bayern Day with him. But now that Onana is injured, I don't know if we might keep Bayern Day. I don't know. It's all weird. But John Victor, we've been praying him, and he's only 5.8. We can't really go wrong. He's 29. He's Brazilian. The only reason he doesn't start for the Brazilian team because they've got Alisson and Edison. You're not going to start over them. But he might actually be a top keeper. I ain't seen too much of him. Everything I've heard is that he's good. He's good with distribution, blah, blah, blah. Richard Rios, I showed you that there's links about him. I put it in earlier, but nothing about Man United from anyone solidified. This is Deadline Day Live, Glongari and Sengada, who is in Colombia. They're saying Man United's name, but mate, I want to hear it from someone like Fabrizio, Ben Jacobs, McGrath, someone that we can kind of rely on. So yeah, this is another article that's saying Wolves appreciate him. Nottingham Forest, and I'm sure if Man United was in there, that would be the first name he would have said. So I don't know what's going on, mate. Marcus Rashid, this come out earlier. This is the stuff about Rashid. Barcelona have not yet decided if they want to proceed with him or not. So this is what I'm saying, how with Rashid, how it's crazy it is, yeah? This geezer is 40 million. Luis Diaz is 75 million. He's taking a pay cut. Luis Diaz wants a pay rise if he goes up there. He's for sale. We're ready to sell him right now. Liverpool don't want to sell Luis Diaz. They've already told them, don't come here. And they still haven't decided yet. This is what I'm saying. This is how much they don't rate Rashford that they still haven't decided yet. Like I've said to you, Luis Diaz is their other option. It's Luis Diaz or Rashford. Just look at the last paragraph, mate. Yeah? It's difficult negotiations after club to club after 2 approaches rejected. That's all you got to look at. It's been rejected twice, but they're still confused. They're still saying, we don't know. We still want Luis Diaz. It's weird. So I don't know what's going to happen with him. So that's what Fabrizio came out and said today, that Barca are yet to decide. They haven't decided yet. And then Plettenberg, who is a Germany, Sky Sports for Germany, he's come out and said Barcelona are still targeting Marcus Rashford. However, they only want a loan. They only want a loan. And we're saying no, because you already showed your hand to us. You went to buy Nico Williams and pay his release clause, which was 58 million in euros, 50 million in pounds. He's 40 million. He's £10 less. What are we doing here? So, and he's taking a pay cut as well. Come on, man. So we're not giving you a loan. You're taking the piss. Buy the geezer, mate. So obviously that's what's happening. There's a standstill there. It's a bit peak. Understand that Rashford is very open to joining. We all know he's very open to joining. He's twerking for them. He literally is doing everything he can to let all the fans know that he loves them. Let every single person in the sporting director, everyone to know that he loves Barcelona. He really wants to go there. I want him to go there. I think he would actually do well with Lamine Yamal and that, and he'll probably get his spot in the World Cup, what he wants. But I don't know if they want him like that. It's not really reciprocated. You know what I mean? Because this is all the stuff the geezer's doing. The first article just says that their sporting director, Deco, continues to be the main hurdle in the Rashford deal. So he's not really convinced. There are still major disagreements within the sporting committee about the choice of attacking reinforcements. For now, the focus is on player exits to create room for the wage budget. So he's not convinced yet. But look at what Rashford's doing. This geezer's gone on the Barcelona. He's gone on the Barcelona, the actual Barcelona Insta, and he's looking at their goals from last season. What does that say? 10 amazing goals we scored in the last season, and he's liking that. He's following Lewandowski. He's following Pedri now. You would have thought he's already joined them, the way he's moving. You know what I'm saying? This is what Cunha was doing. Like, he starts following him from United. He's following him already, letting them know, I want to come here so bad. I won't be surprised if this geezer starts pre-season and he goes over there, starts watching their games in pre-season. He gets caught in the crowd, in the TV, in pre-season, and he's watching them play. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, good on him anyway. Like I said, the Freedom Five, they all got to leave one way or another. He's saying he only wants to go to Barcelona. This is the Freedom Five: Sancho, Malacia, if you don't even remember these here, Rashford, Garnacho, and Anthony. Hopefully they can all get their moves ASAP and maybe we can replace them. I reckon they're all going to go, but by the time they go, we might not be able to replace them because it might be so late in the window that it's just like we can't go for no one. Because anyone you do go for, that team saying, nah, we ain't got time to replace him, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me get a few of these messages and I'll move on. Big up, Mets, like and subscribe. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. Oh, Fabrizio said that, yeah? Fabrizio said that about Ekitike. All right, then. Money government, top 3 team to hopefully compete in lyrics. Yeah, exactly. We got money, but it's just all these wages. We need to get them off the bill. Then Mbeumo, you watch, we'll get the Here We Go the same day, Wednesday, when we realize the new kit. Everyone keeps saying Wednesday, you know. You're like the second person that's come and said that. Proposal higher than the 70 million previously offered by another club this summer, with Newcastle pushing to get the deal done. So it's not 100 million euros no more. It's meant to be, I don't know. So they've gone in there putting a proposal higher than 70 million, and I don't understand how they're gonna have Isaac and Ekitike though. Are they selling Isaac? That's mad. If Isaac goes to Liverpool, forget about it, mate. What's happening with the Mbeumo? I'm gonna go back, bless him. Don't worry, man. I spoke about it already, but I'm gonna go back on it. You know what? We'll spin round. So just stay thing. Man United, what are you waiting for? I don't know, Johnson. I wish I knew, mate. I wish I worked for them and I could tell you. Hi, my guy. I'm new on this platform. Big up yourself, bless him, man. Make sure you subscribe, man. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We do this every day, man. Man United news. We do this every day for you lot. This is nothing new. Hit the like button as well. Why are we so slow at signing players? And Mbeumo should have been done ages. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't know why it took so long, but it seems like this week something's going to happen because we've got pre-season at the end of this week. So if it doesn't happen this week, we are fucked. There'll be no rush no more. Ibrahima. Who's that? Abramovich. Is that what you're talking about? Tolisso is there links with him? No links with him. That's the links. That's the guy that got sent off in it for Lyon in the second leg. 50 million Watkins are not all that. 50 is guaranteed. Is 45 or 5. Yeah, I'm with that. Maybe United don't have money to buy a player to negotiate for a decade. I know we got money for Mbeumo, but we don't know what's going on. Remember, we got a bit of what's that thing? Sell-on fees as well. We got about 13 million in that. I got a whole Wafino, be Garnacho Jackson. He missed a lot of chance, but going out. Bro, you see me right now. I just feel like we need someone that can play. Anyone that can play, because the Freedom Five are not playing. So anyone that can play is better than no one that can play. Because you lot already saw what Amrin done. We thought, yeah, Rashford's back. He's going to start playing. This geezer didn't get a game. He came on the bench for Liverpool after being out for like 5 games, and he still didn't play. So we know what's going to happen with Amrin. He's not going to play none of them, and they know that. So there's no point having them on here. That's my point. I will take any players that can at least play. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So anyone that can at least play, you might as well just come. The Dybala, yeah, you've gone mad. You've gone mad with that one. I don't want to read it again. Dybala over Bruno. Mad. He's had his time about 5 years ago, Dybala. When Jim bought shares in the club, the Glazers, and he would do things there. Bro, everyone wanted Qataris, but some people was crying, I don't want to be state-owned. So now we can't complain. You get me? It is what it is. Tolisso was good back in the day, but please not now. United, yeah. We need to be pressing, bro. Yo, bro. AP, big up yourself, man. Chelsea want to sell Nicholas Jackson, but 60 million. I saw that. I think that's fake about us, though. I don't think we're interested. With Garnacho, I would take 50 for him. Yeah, I'll take 45. Let me show this one. I'm going to get into a few more. Look at this now. This is all the striker options that we got left. So we've got Ollie Watkins there on the left. And look at what he's been keeping up with. And then we've got Vlahovic. And then we've got Mateta. Yeah? Obviously, we ain't been linked to Mateta, though. That's the only thing. But he's a realistic option. These 3 are just the realistic best of the rest. Do you understand? We haven't been linked to Mateta. The more the fans want him, we want him. But I ain't seeing no links with us, with Mateta. But Vlahovic got linked with him today. He's been offered to us. And then we got Watkins, who Laurie Whitwell said that we've been looking at. So you lot tell me who you lot think is the best option. I think it's Ollie Watkins. But then at the same time, Ollie Watkins does miss a lot of chances. Let me not lie to you. Like, I'm going to give you both sides of the coin. I'm not on this bias thing, innit? But I would say Ollie Watkins is the best chance out of all these 3 because Mateta, yeah, he had a good season this season and he had a good season last season. But I don't know, man. Like, we're not in for him like that. So I don't think it's reality. Watkins has scored 16 goals minimum in his last 3 seasons. So he's got a bit of pedigree. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got consistency in his game as well. So I don't know, mate. I would take Mateta or Watkins. I don't want Vlahovic nowhere near this club. His ego's mad. You can't be posting a goal after you lost 5-2. That's crazy, bro. Like, you will get slated over it. So, yeah. This is what's going on. Who would you lot tell me who you lot think you would go for? I'll go for a few of these messages, but throw your comments in. By the rates of the other clubs are moving on targets. What are we buying after Mbeumo? We got to sell. We got to sell, then we're going for a striker. That's exactly what's going on. Sell, then striker. Not prob getting 50-60 on Garnacho. Hopefully we do though. Because if Chelsea come in, we can say, bro, Gittin scored 8 goals. Garnacho scored way more goals than him in the last 2 seasons. So we can say 55, but we'll probably end up with 45, bro. Chelsea, they sell the best, bro, and they're smart. Big up yourself, Dan, man. Big up yourself. Big week, hopefully, bro, man. Hopefully it's the week, man. Like I said, if we don't get Mbeumo wrapped this week, we're pissed. Because pre-season's at the end of this week. So if we don't get him this week, what are we like? We're never going to get. There's no rush to get him in no more. 17th of August. Come on, man. Talk about Mbeumo this week is going to be finished. That's what I think, you know. I think it is. Rio's agent just using United's name to get a panic deal from Roma. That's what I said. I said all the links that are linking us to Rio's are not solidified. It's just like a Colombian link and whatnot. I do not want Nicholas Jackson. Allow that, mate. They keep him. Nicholas Jackson's a walking red card, mate. Yeah, he's not coming over here. The ref's already got his name in the book before the game even starts. Yellow card, Jackson. Already. Before the game even starts, he already knows he's going to get booked. We've got the wrong Glazers doing the windows. Tell me about it, man. After Mbeumo, we'll go for a striker. Yeah, but we got to sell. That's the thing. We say same things every day. We do, man. This is what happens, but we got to be here still, innit? We got to show you what's going on, Chris. We probably can see less goals with no keeper. Probably. It's mad. Everyone's vexed. I get it, man. I get it. When you're looking at the transfer window and you're seeing everyone doing things, Arsenal got a here we go basically yesterday for Glockerez. They got a here we go today for Mosquito. Bro, it's crazy, bro. And we're just sitting here and we're not really doing anything. Like, it's a bit mad still. I get it, man. I get it. I don't blame you, though, for being vexed. The club isn't United no more. It's crazy. That sounds good. Cunha and Mbeumo and Bruno. Nah, man. Cunha up front. That's wasting him, man. He runs with the ball. You can't have him up front and he runs with the ball. He's a good ball character. Carrier, sorry, not character. Big ball carrier. But yeah, look at these strikers, though. Watkins, 16 league goals in the Premier League, 3 seasons in a row, 16 league goals minimum. That is crazy, bro. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't do that. People are talking about Chris Wood. Chris Wood's had 1 good season. Vlahovic, he scored 17 goals. The Juventus fans seem to think he's missed a lot of chances this season. They're saying he missed loads of chances. They don't really like him, blah, blah, blah. What's it called? Yeah, and his ego's a bit mad. The only one I'll go for here is Watkins or Mateta. Mateta, I didn't even know that he scored 19 goals last season. I didn't even know that. That's when they had Elise. When they had Elise, the season before last, he scored 19 goals. This season just now, he scored 17 goals. So Mateta or Watkins, they're doing it in the Premier already as well. Remember, Vlahovic, you might have to come in, give him a week or two, not even a week, give him a few months, get used to the league. Bro, man ain't got time for all that, man. Just get someone that's going to hit the ground running. And that's why we're actually linked. The one that we're actually linked with on this page is Watkins, because Laurie Whitwell came out and said it. So Watkins, we're actually linked with him. But Vlahovic has been offered to us, and Mateta is who the people want. That's who more everyone is screaming for. Why don't we go for Mateta? Blah, blah, blah. He does fit the bill, though. When you look at what we're looking at, we looked at Osman, we looked at the Lap. They're both like strong defenders that, do you get it? They bully defenders. Mateta's a bully. But do we trust him, though? I don't know. I know he's 27. That's about the same age about Osman and Gyökeres. I don't know, man. I would go for Mateta. He's got 17 goals this season. He's 14 goals in the Prem, 3 goals in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup that they ended up winning, I swear. Did they win the Carabao Cup or FA Cup? No, they won the FA Cup, sorry. He didn't score no goals in the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, Newcastle won that, innit? And then, yeah, the season before that, he scored 16 goals in the Prem, 3 in the Carabao Cup. I'm trying to think, though. Did he just start moving like that when Glasner came? That's when Glasner came, innit? Glasner must have came in 2020, 2022, 2023. sure he's been there for 2 years. Yeah, he did. Because Elise was there them times and he ran. When Elise scored against us and we lost 4-0, I was at the stadium, bruv. And then he ran to Glasner and hugged him. That was the season last. Not the last one that just went, the one before. So Glasner might have just changed Mateta. But remember, Crystal Palace kind of played the same system as us, where they got Mateta up top and they got 2 behind him and wing backs. Munoz, wing back. So getting someone like Mateta, Cunha and Mbeumo, they're all used to the system. It's a bit easy, you get me? It's just easy. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens, man. But I think Mateta or Watkins, 1, 2, 3. If we go for someone like Moise Kean, we're in trouble, mate. Yeah? Someone like Moise Kean or what other strikers people are talking about. Some people are talking about Jonathan David before he went to Juventus. Bro, he's too small. And they're not going to take a chance like that because he would just get swallowed up in the Prem. They want players that are ready now. Too much duds in this team. Getting the ball to the front 3 been a problem all season. Yeah, exactly. Amazing how Rashford and Cole want to leave but don't want to go. This is what I'm trying to say about the Freedom 5. The Freedom 5 want freedom, but they don't really want freedom. Let Garnacho piss off the Chelsea with his ego and play time will be minimal. Probably every player in Chelsea has 3-4. Bro, and if he's getting angry because he's getting benched by Amram, what's he think's going to happen to him over there? And they got about 7 wingers. Estevio's coming. Quenda. What's he think's going to happen? That Paez guy is coming. Neto. Gittins. João Pedro can play on the wing. Who else? Mudryk is still there, remember? Bro, they got wingers galore. They got that George kid. The young boy. He's a winger. Bro, it's madness, bro. So what do you think's going to happen over there? Let me summarize the news anyway, man. For those that missed it, this is the Mbeumo stuff that come out today. It's basically saying, listen, Brentford are showing initial interest in Amari Hutchinson as possible replacement for Brian Mbeumo in case of exit with Man United. We've been in talks with Brentford for 7 weeks. They haven't looked for a replacement once. Today, they're looking for a replacement. It got said last week by McGrath, the same guy that broke the news about Onana being injured. He said this week we should wrap up Mbeumo. He should be here for pre-season. So I don't know, mate. There's other sources coming out saying Man United agreed to a deal to sign Mbeumo. I don't think that's true. That's just me. You might think it's true. Go look at it. Have a look. But I don't think it's true. I don't know these sources. I don't believe in these random sources. So I just think he's just trying to jump the gun. And then in like a week's time, if it does happen, he's going to turn around and go, look, I told you that a week ago. That's what he's probably going to do. But it's probably not even true. But it's just the fact that they're looking at a replacement, which is Amari Hutchinson, that just shows intent that something is happening as we speak right now. It's getting closer because you wouldn't be looking at replacement. You would have heard this 3 weeks ago. When it was saying it's all close, remember when we had that time where everyone was saying it's close, and Mbeumo's close to Man United, the medical's booked, blah. The second bid came in, they've accepted it, blah, blah, blah. We didn't even hear about replacement then. But we're hearing about replacement now. Something's brewing. So that's the situation with Mbeumo. We've got the freedom fighter. He's got a full agreement. It's closer for the deal for Sancho to Juventus. The offer is 15 million and there's confidence the deal can be finalized. I thought 15 million is too small. We wanted 25. But when you read into it, it basically says he's got an agreement with him on a salary and that Juventus are seriously considering covering part of Jadon Sancho's severance package to help meet Manchester United's demands. So what Harry Maguire did when we offered him to West Ham, and when West Ham came in for a bid, 30 million for Maguire, 30 million for McTominay, 60 million bid, they were ready to go, and then Harry Maguire didn't go because he was saying, pay me my money. We owed him money for his contract. That's what we owe Sancho. Anytime you got a contract, if you just want to leave, you just leave. But some people say, I want my money, what you would have paid me for my whole year on my contract. So Sancho's trying to be a bastard, and that's what he's trying to do. So they're saying, we might help you with that money to pay him off. So we'll give you 15 million up front. Because think about it. If they was to pay us 25 million, and then we paid off Sancho anyway, say 6 million, altogether will be 19 million that we're getting anyway. So if they offer us 15 million, and they pay off Sancho's money, like 4 million or something, we've got the same 19 million anyway. So that's what's going on basically with the freedom fighter. He says he wants freedom, but he wants the rest of his wage. Then we got Richard Rios. Obviously, we'll link with him. Palmeiras, blah, blah, blah. Man United are preparing a 26 million bid for the Colombian. This is from Deadline Daily. I don't really trust them. I don't know them like that. And then it just said Forest ready to push with a new offer close to 30 million for Palmeiras. And that's from Glongari. He said that Roma are basically looking. And you got to remember, when you look at what Ben Jacobs said, he says Nottingham Forest, another club tracking the Colombian. So if Ben Jacobs is saying that, these articles actually might be true. Because he's saying Forest as well. And this is Glongari. And they're in a whole different country. And then obviously this last one says, Roma's second offer for Richard Rios, 25 million fixed with +3, blah, blah, blah. Man United are also in there. He's rejected West Ham. So there's rumours about Richard Rios, but the ones that are saying Man United are not from reliable people that I can vouch on. They're just from Colombian sources or Italian, etc. But Ben Jacobs, who is reliable, he's saying Forest and he's saying Wolves. That's the only two he's mentioned. So that's the situation with Richard Rios. Obviously, we're going to find out a bit more, a bit later or whatnot, and we'll get into it. Then we got Garnacho. The only club that can save him and give him his freedom seems that it can only be Chelsea. No other club can give him the freedom. He's saying he only wants to stay in the Prem. A bid came in for him yesterday for Saudi. He said no. Al Nassr, Ronaldo's team. I think he would have went if he never played with Ronaldo in Man United. If he never played with Ronaldo, I think he would have went because he loves him so much. He would have said, I need to play with him before he retires. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so basically, this is our last hope, mate. If we want to get any freedom for Garnacho, I think it's only going to be Chelsea because he's saying Prem only. He said Bayer Leverkusen came in, he said no. Saudi's coming, he said no. Prem only. I think the only team in the Prem that can save us is Chelsea. If not, maybe a West Ham to replace Kudus. But I don't even know if they're that dumb and if they're going to come and pay the 45 million. Then we got the freedom fighters. All of them are basically been told, yo, don't come to training before 5 o'clock. You can come train any day, but it's just after 5. We don't want to see you lot. We don't want to smell you lot. Nothing. 5 o'clock, we'll be out of here, all of us. Then you can come to training. So that's the situation with the freedom fighters. None of the 5 are coming on pre-season. So this ain't no, just train by yourself. No, you're not coming on pre-season with us. It's not happening. You're not traveling to America, nothing. And then it just says that the clubs interested in the Freedom 5. So all the clubs that are sitting on the sideline right now, pre-in the Freedom 5, are saying, we're going to wait until the deadline of September the 1st. So they're waiting. Because September the 1st, deadline day, everything becomes a bit cheaper now. Do you know what I mean? So that's what's going on. So everyone's sitting there saying, why are we not selling any players? There you go. This is from Laurie Whitwell saying that all these guys are not coming in for them because they're saying we're going to wait until it gets a bit cheaper, then we're going to go and grab them. So the Freedom Fighters, the Freedom 5 might be here for a minute. Like I said, I think they're all going to go, but they might go a bit too late that we can replace anyone. We might not be able to replace them. Vlahovic, I played you the video about Fabrizio. He basically just said, listen, he's been offered to us. We don't care about him. He's been offered to us. We was chatting about the Freedom Fighter to Juventus. That's the only team in for him. And they spoke about a swap deal with Vlahovic. So the Freedom Fighter is maybe when he came up. But he's been offered to us. He's on 310K. We're never going to sign him for that. Unless he takes a big wage cut or something, I think it's a non-story. It's not going to happen. But yeah, and we're just focusing on Mbeumo. We don't care about no one else right now but Mbeumo, apparently. So that's what's going on. Fenerbahce apparently when it meets, they want Rashford. Obviously, they've just signed Duran. He's on 310K a week on loan without no buy option, which is crazy. So they got some mad money over there for wages. They want to take Rashford, but I can't see Rashford leaving the top 5 leagues. I can't see it happening. Sancho said no. I can't see Rashford leaving. And he wants Barca so bad. I can't see him going anywhere else. And speaking of the geezer, I'm going to get into Rashford there. Speaking of the geezer, Sesko stuff's just bullshit anyway. I think that's just crap, to be honest with you. Benjamin Sesko's agent has contacted Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man United. He's 90 million euros. No one ain't going to pay that for Benjamin Sesko. He's got 13 goals last season. Omar Mamouche left in January. By May, he has still had more goals than you. See you later. No one ain't coming for you, bro. But yeah, Rashford, Barcelona only won a loan deal, mate. But we're saying, bro, you already showed us your hand. You're playing poker and you showed us your hand. You went for Nico Williams, who cost 58 million in a release clause. How are you coming to us talking about loan? You've got the money. This geezer's cheaper than Nico Williams. It's 40 million. You've got the money. They keep talking about loans. So that's probably one of the teams that's what they're going to do is they're going to wait, just like it said here about the Freedom 5, wait to the end, near the September 1 deadline, and then come in for a loan. And they know 325K a week, we're not going to want to pay that by ourselves for a guy that's not going to play no games. We might as well split that, pay like a 175 or something, whatever. So they're going to try and be smart. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the situation with Rashi. Then we got all of this, John Victor, a guy that I've been talking about for long. I've been talking about him every time I come here, that we've been linked with him for ages, way before no one got injured. And they just said that John Victor is appreciated for Man United. This is Fabrizio Romano, internally highly rated by scouts. Let's see if club-to-club contact will follow. At the moment, not yet. And then, obviously, this is Ben Jacobs talking about the Richard Rio stuff I just spoke about. Someone obviously told us that Brian Mbeumo turned up for work, basically. Like, this means anything. And then Axel Tuensby is suing Man United for alleged medical negligence. I always get that one mad. So that's the situation with that. We got the young boy, Kokonki. He was 16 last season. I don't know how old he's now. He's probably 17 or something. I don't know. But he's about to sign his first professional contract with United. He's big for his age as well. I think he's like 6'6" or something. But yeah, yeah, he's highly rated. And they're basically saying that Kokonki has a bright future. He can play with both feet as well. He's going to give Aiden Heaven competition for a first-team spot. He will likely remain at United and he won't go on loan this season. So that's the situation with that. And then obviously I showed you about the I compared the goals of Mateta, Vlahovic, Watkins. I'll take a few of these while you lot can watch that. Let us sign that player. He's good striker. Which one? Vlahovic, Lamin. Who are you talking about, Lamin? Vlahovic. So insisting. Let Garnacho or Chelsea. Oh yeah. He said that, innit? Swap Garnacho for Osimhen. Osimhen's gone to Galatasaray. He only wants the bag. He don't care about nothing else. Osimhen only wants the bag. It's not happening. He's basically gone to Galatasaray. It's not going to happen. We're not going to pay him 16 million a year. I don't even know how much that is a week, but I know it's crazy. We got Von Glazers doing the window. I saw these ones already, innit? Let me get to these ones. Good thing Leacher is back. Leacher's back, yeah? How can we buy Mbeumo? We can't even afford a Mars bar. The Milky Bar, not even Mars. Ekatike and João Pedro have similar stats with Ekatike. Check them. Okay. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know we're not going to spend on someone project this year. Laurie Whitwell said it. We weren't proven. That's why we went for Cunha and Mbeumo. They're proven. All of us already know them. This is not us going for Hoyland or Anthony that's playing in some league and we got to watch YouTube. We already know them. We already know how they play. Garnacho is pure profit. Exactly. Well, if we sell Garnacho or Rashford, by the way, you guys, we could spend up to 3 times the amount of money. So that will start the rebuild straight away. You don't think we're not buying no one. Let us sell Rashford or Garnacho within the week and you will see what happens. Because Rashford or Garnacho, let's say they both went for 40 million, one of them. Garnacho goes for 40 million. We can spend 120 million. We've got 120 million to spend. And remember, every single deal goes in installments. So even if we bought a player for 80 million, you wouldn't pay the 80 million that year. We'll probably pay 25. So we still got 120 million, take out 25. Then we could buy someone else for 60 million. And then we take out 20 this year. So that's only 45. Took out this shit. Like, we can go on mad. We can really go mad. Flavie Licha isn't fit yet. Man are onto the players differently. Oh, Vlahovic. A lot of you lot are rating Vlahovic, boy. 400. It's 300 something. That's what I'm saying. I heard it was 310k. 427 per week in euros. How much is that in pounds? I heard it was 310k. But if it's even more, then even worse. We're not going to get him for that, man. That's not happening. He's back in training. Yeah, but he's back in training, probably doing like working. Just, you know, when he's probably not fit enough to work with the team, innit? You know, when you're back on grass. Vlahovic only scored 10 goals in Serie A this season. Yeah, it's 10 goals. It's right there. Yeah, you're right. 10 goals. He scored 1 in the Cup, 4 in Champions League, 2 in the FIFA World Cup. And one of them goals was against Man City, where they lost 5-2. And he went and put it. Someone made a comp of him with that goal. And he put it on his Instagram story. They just lost 5-2. You scored 1 goal and you've put it on your Instagram, the goal. Imagine that. We will go crazy. We're all sitting there pissed. I know, like, Club World Cup, still friendlies, but it's not friendly. It's a competition that a lot of people take serious. You saw Real Madrid pay 10 million to Liverpool just to get Trent in for that one competition. They take it serious. Ollie Watkins a little over. Yeah, he's 60 million at the moment, but I reckon 45 will do it, man. Listen, Mateta ain't that fast either, though. Do you know what I mean? Anyone on this list ain't really fast or rapid as a striker. There's no perfect striker out there right now. We finished 15th, no Europe. I can't see us going for anyone else. Do you know what I mean? We can't swap. Osimhen's a myth. Also, Vlahovic is slow, not fit for the EPL. Mateta is the only possible option. Okay. Mateta is a proven striker. I haven't said that none of these guys are proven. Apart from Watkins is proven in the Prem because he scored 16 goals minimum in 3 seasons. That's proven in the Premier League. That's consistent. You understand? Mateta, he's from last season. The season before he scored 19 goals, 16 in the Prem, and that last season he scored 14, and that's from Glasner. Glasner's come in and just changes. Look at him before that: 32 games, 2 goals. 28 games, 7 goals. That was what? Who was their manager before that? Was it Vieira? Vieira, or was it the other guy? What was his name again? The old guy, man. I can't remember his name. The old guy. Is it Roy Hodgson? His name was. So he wasn't working for him. But as soon as Glasner come, he started banging him in. Don't get desperate, boy. This is how we end up with Casemiro and Anthony. Trust me. Trust me, I'm with you. We need Duncan White and goal. Safe. Mitch, what's this hype on John Victor? Mate, I don't really know him, but we're really in for him. I ain't really watched a lot of him. I like to watch a goalkeeper. See now, I don't watch comps no more. I gave up on comps. When I watched Anthony and Anana's comps and that, and I got excited and they came and I saw what they were really on, I gave up on comps. Now I got to watch a keeper or a player. If I want to watch a player, I watch them for the whole game. I just focus on them. And I just see how they move, how they turn in, that's how I judge a player now. I ain't watched him. But everyone's gassing him up and he's only 5.8 million. So, mate, we can't really go wrong with 5.8 million. But then again, that's what we said with Bayern there when we bought him. He's only 4 million and look at Bayern there. Like and subscribe, my peoples, man. Make sure you hit the like button up. How we only got these little likes? Hit the like button up, man. Like and subscribe, man. Come on, my peoples. We do this feel like every day, man. Brian and Mbeumo, for really, deal done. I don't know if the deal's done. This is the situation with Brian and Mbeumo. Deal's not done yet, but they're looking at replacements, mate. You know what I mean? They're looking at replacements. Monitoring FC or alternative option. Hoyland continues. No way, mate. Yes or no? Yes or no? Brian and Mbeumo done? No. So no. Toyesenge. No, it's not done yet. They're looking at replacements, so it must be close. That's why my thumbnail says deal close. Don't say deal done because it looks close. Because we've been talking to them for 7 weeks. In that 7 weeks, they haven't looked for a replacement once. And it's been reports. But all of this, don't see these other 2 reports on the right-hand side. Don't take them in. I think that's bullshit. Man United agreed deal to sign. I think that's rubbish. Both of them. I think they're just chatting shit. They're just guessing. The Fabrizio one is the one that you need to look at. And it's saying replacement. They've already got the replacement. That's serious. Get John Victor, Ollie Watkins, and Mbeumo, which reveal it's that simple. Just do it. We have to sell, man. It's not that simple, bro, man. I think we've got to sell. As soon as we sell one of these players, let Rashford or Garnacho go. I think it's simple then. Do you get it? That's the situation, bro. Buying clubs are clever, not like us. They will not buy any of the freedom fighters until September the 1st. How United will buy replacements. That's what I said. That's what I think is going to fuck it up for us. But we'll probably try and buy players in January. But by January, has Amrin walked away? Is it gone mad? Are we in the second half of the table? What's happening? That's what I'm saying. So if they go at the end of the season and they get bought for cheap, whatever, we will be able to buy players in January. But January might be too late. We might not be able to turn our season around. People might not want to leave in January. Clubs might say, he just plays for sale, but not in January. That's what might happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think is going to happen. The lap fucked up choosing Chelsea over United. That's him in it now, innit? You get it. But I know he's gassed now. He's got the little Club World Cup. You see, Chelsea, they're going to be gassed. They're going to think they can beat anyone now. They're going to think they can win the Champions League. They beat PSG. They're going to go in the Prem with some super confidence. So, boy, he must feel like he's done the right thing. And he said, innit? My whole Twitter is filled with Mbeumo to United is close. See, I ain't even been on Twitter since I started the show because Fabrizio, I can't have him on notifications, mate. He does my head in. He'll do a notification or something so silly. It's sunny in Italy, and we've seen the plane of Gyökeres or something crazy. Like I just don't take him serious. Mateta, we have to hijack that deal. Yeah, he was in talks with AC Milan, apparently. No, sorry, AC Milan was exploring. Let me not say he was in talks because there wasn't no talks yet. AC Milan was exploring that deal. And remember, AC Milan are not in Europe. We're not in Europe. So maybe after we sell a player and Mbeumo, we might go for him. He plays the system already. He's been scoring goals. So I don't know, man. We could go for him, man. So yeah, that's more or less it wrapped up. For those that just come in, I'll just do a quick summarize. Konkonki, bam. Young boy, he signed a new contract. Mbeumo, they're finding a replacement for him. Omari Hutchinson, who plays for Ipswich, they're looking for a replacement. They haven't done that in the whole 7 weeks until today. Sancho to Juventus, it's looking like they're going to help us out by paying him off because he wants to get paid off. Richard Rios, all of this came out that our name's still in it, but Nottingham Forest are deep in it. And Ben Jacobs basically said the same thing. Garnacho, he's linked with Chelsea heavily. Laurie Whitwell, very reliable from Man United News. He said that Chelsea are in for him. And then Graham Bailey, who I don't think is the most reliable, but he come and basically said the same thing. So it's nice to see two sources saying the same thing. The Freedom Five is Anthony. They're all of them basically. You can't come to training until after 5 when we've gone home. You can come to training, but not until after 5. We don't want to see you lot. We don't want to smell you lot. Nothing. And then it said none of them are coming on pre-season. The pre-season, we've got a game on the 19th against Leeds in Sweden, and then we fly out on the 22nd to US. That's where the tour is. We play West Ham on the 27th, 31st Bournemouth, and then I can't remember the other date, 3rd of August, I think it's Everton. And then we come back to Old Trafford and we play Fiorentina at home, unveil our first kit, and so on. Then we got, and then it says obviously the Freedom Five, everybody's waiting for them till the end of the transfer window. So for those that keep sitting there saying, why are we not selling players? They're waiting to the end of the transfer window to swoop in and get them for cheap. Remember that. Vlahovic has been offered to us today. Fabrizio said it. We don't want him, but he's been offered to us. I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. Fenerbahce apparently want Rashford. I don't know how true that is. Sesko's agent's been apparently in contact with Man United, Chelsea, and Liverpool and Newcastle. I think that's gas. He's 90 million euros. I can't see anyone spending that on him. Geezer scored 13 goals. Then we got John Victor. We're highly rated him. This has come from Fabrizio now. Remember, I've been showing you that for weeks. All the links about John Victor from like Brazilian journalists, Laurie Whitwell, Ben Jacobs. Now Fabrizio speaking about it. Richard Rios, he says about Forest again. Talks about Wolves. Don't say nothing about United. Someone that works with Brentford basically said, yeah, and Mbeumo reported for training today. He basically just went to work. Like, what else do you want him to do? And then Twanzebe suing for the medical negligence, whatever. Boom. Rashford, still twerking for Barca, still in love for them, but they only want to give him a loan. That's all they want is a loan. They don't want to sign him. They just want to loan him. And then I showed you, obviously, the goals for everyone, blah, blah, blah. Ollie Watkins has scored 16 goals minimum in his last 3 seasons. This is our striker option that's being realistic, who we can get. Because Vlahovic has been offered to us, so we could go for him, but he only scored 10 goals. He's got a mad ego. He's on like 310K a week. And then you got Mateta, who scores a bit of goals, but we haven't been linked to Mateta once. It's more the fans calling for it. I'm calling for it. You're calling for it. But I ain't seen no concrete links about us and Mateta. It's just been Watkins. Vlahovic has been offered to us. So right this second, it looks like it's going to be Watkins, but anything can change. We don't know. So that's more or less all of it wrapped up. Love for everyone that's been in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. If there's any more news tonight, I'll be back on. You know me. And I'll be hitting the bomber with you lot. So yeah, man. Love to everyone. Appreciate all of you that's been inside. Have a great day. Peace.
Someone said let's pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more